Hi, this is Zak Mir with the Bulletin Board Heroes here on Share Talk for Friday, the 22nd of May, and today rather dominated by placings rather than opportunities in terms of the heroes. But here goes. Here's a selection of stocks which are looking interesting on a charting basis. Good bullish divergence here with Cora Energy, with the lower May support and higher RSI trace, so that is a plus, a leading indicator on possible upside. Here we've got likely top of trend channel target up towards 0.8 pence, and that's valid while we hold above the 20-day moving average. Let's say 0.36, 0.37 pence would be the money management point there, just as we break out of this little bull flag that we've got at the moment. So up to 0.8 pence plus possible over the next 2 to 4 weeks or even sooner. Stock which has upset people again, which has a rather nasty habit of doing so, is Hurricane Energy. The point to note here with this chart, apart from the gap to the downside and new near-term lows, is the way that the old low in March was 7.14 pence. So if you're a fan of the shares, a long-suffering fan, you'd be waiting for at least an end-of-day close back above 7.14 pence to render today's price action a bear trap. And hopefully then there would be a rebound back towards 10 or 11 pence. But that is being rather imaginative in terms of the bull argument or recovery argument. Stock which I hesitated at looking at earlier in the week, but looks like it's just about safe to come out here with, is Mysale. Here we've got a situation where we've broken February resistance around the 5 pence level. And above that on a weekly close basis, the upside here could be as great as 12 pence at the top of a rising trend channel from August last year. Initial target, I suppose, could be up to 8 pence, but not quite as exciting as going for a rather ambitious sounding 12 pence there on a wide, assuming that after the Bear Trap Island reversal that we've had over the last couple of months, the stock has decent momentum, especially after this week's a couple of gaps to the upside as well. So looking pretty strong indeed. Bit of a flash in the pan rally yesterday for MMC, if I can get the right EPIC code out there. Management Consulting Group. Here we hit the 50-day moving average, which tends to be a barrier in such situations. We did have an island reversal there from very oversold levels, so there's a chance. Let's say while we're above 0.2 pence, which was support on the way down, for a possible retest of the 0.6 pence plus peak of yesterday. But obviously this is not for widows and orphans. It's more an exercise in seeing whether the charting will come up with the goods. Another stock which maybe some people will automatically go into the brace position regarding is Nostra Terra. Here you can see though that we've had a very strong daily candle for the shares, bouncing again off the 0.2 pence level and breaking above the 50-day moving average at 0.35 pence. An end of day or end of week close above that 50-day line could be the start of a move towards 0.8 pence, which is a February resistance line projection. You can see that over the last couple of months we've had good bullish divergence in the RSI window, with the lower lows or fractionally lower lows matched by higher lows for the RSI, so that could be an indication that something positive is up, in store for Nostra Terra over the next few weeks. Stock which is gapped up through its 50-day moving average. One of our favourite signals is OPG Power Ventures. We're back above neckline resistance at 12 pence as well, and so weekly close above 12 pence could be the start of a move initially back towards 13 to 14 pence. Support on the way down from August last year, but more excitingly up towards the top of that falling trend channel from last year at 18 pence on a 1 month view. Stop loss back below 11 pence on that particular situation. Stock which some people on Twitter have been willing higher is Petrel Resources, and the technical backing for that would be that we bounced off a falling wedge around 3.25 pence. Above that with the initial target up to 5 pence, but probably the momentum play here is to wait for an end of day or weekly close above the 50-day line at 5.07 pence, and then look for the 200-day line at 8.25 pence, perhaps sometime before the end of next month. More straightforward situation comes in the form of Tekcapital, where we've seen the shares bounce off the floor of this rising trend channel from January. We need a weekly close, or at least an end-of-day close, above 16 pence in the top of this near-term triangle from April, and through 16 pence could take the stock up as high as 30 pence over the following month to 6 weeks. So that's looking quite interesting there. Stop loss on the bull argument back below the 50-day moving average at 11.5 pence. One of the more pleasing situations this week has been Velocys, and shares delivered a bit of a tonic for the bulls today with this intraday rebound off the 20-day moving average at 3 pence. While we hold above that, still looking for a best case scenario target up to 7 to 7.5 pence at the top of that rising February trend channel. Finishing off with a stock which has been slightly problematic in the past in terms of its rather volatile movement, but U Group are back again. Another attempt at breaking and holding above the 50-day moving average. We had a similar move in December, which gave some upside to the bulls. Shares but doubled then, and hopefully now, while we're above neckline resistance, 70 pence on an end-of-day close basis, we could see the shares retest support on the way down towards 100 pence. That's also the area of the 200-day moving average at 92 pence. That's it from me today. Join me again later with a farmer special.